Hello again, Steve here, developer of MGP Manager. So this video, I just want to show the changes to the pre-event screen and also the changes to the bike setup when you're in the pits. So let's just go forward to the next event, which is a test in Portugal. So here's the pre-event screen, shows the location, the current weather, forecast whether it's going to rain at some point. We've got our championship standings for the class we are managing in this case the MGP1 class. Session length we can set between 1 and 7 hours, depending on how long you want to run the session for. Um, and then this is new. So here we have session targets for each of your riders. We can see here the three are circuit knowledge, class knowledge, or bike setup. And it also shows the current level, which is 58 out of 100, 52 out of 100, or 109 out of 200. And then the same for second rider Leon, 58 out of 100, 75 out of 100, and 140 out of 200. Reason you would choose these is because you get a bonus. You get a bonus between how well your rider works with a chief engineer. You get a bonus on how quickly they can learn circuits and a few other things. So although you don't have to choose one, you could go ahead, continue to the event and not choose a session target. It's certainly worth choosing at least one for each of your riders and seeing, it's just the bonuses are well worth having. So in this case, with Hugo, we'll just choose class knowledge. So he needs to learn about MGP1 and the class. With Leon, we'll choose circuit knowledge. In fact, let's choose circuit knowledge for Hugo. In fact, we'll choose all three for him. Um, Leon's not bad on class knowledge and is also not too bad on bike setup, so we'll just choose one. It's important if you're going to choose three targets for the rider to give them time to do it. If that was on 1 hour, I don't see how you would have track time to do all three of these in an hour. I'll set this to 2 hours and see how we get on. We'll certainly get Leon's target achieved. Whether we get three done in 2 hours remains to be seen. So once you've chosen your targets, if any, continue to the event, and then we go back to the bike setup page, click on our rider, and these are the updated rider setup screen. Tires, front tires, rear tires. We can look track condition is currently 26 degrees, so it's medium warm, if you like. So we'll put medium tires on for this run out. If they now have a tire knowledge bars down here, it's important to try and give them at least one run out on each compound of tire, depending on their track condition. So in this case, it's dry. So ideally, we want to try and get them familiar with all three compounds around the track. If we don't, say we're at a race weekend and we never use soft tyres for the whole weekend and then we put them on for qualifying, he's not going to get the best out of them because he hasn't used them in the previous session. So it's important to try and give them a run out on as many compounds of tyre as you can in the time that you have. So we'll put medium tyres for now for this first run. We can see here the session targets we've chosen: circuit knowledge, class experience, bike setup, correspond to these settings now here under the rider focus heading. He will get circuit knowledge and class experience just from being on the racetrack. So by focusing on one or the other, you get almost like you get more. It doubles up almost. So you focus on circuit knowledge, so you get your base knowledge anyway, and then you get knowledge from just focusing just on that. So it's almost like a multiplier on circuit knowledge, same with class experience. So let's go for now, for the first run out, we'll pick circuit knowledge. Optional instructions, stay focused, concentrate. In other words, don't have a crash. Push for your best lap time. Won't be doing that this early in the session, or nothing specific. So choose one of those that you want to pick. You don't have to pick any of these. It's up to you. If you don't pick anything, riders' morale can suffer because essentially you're not giving any optional instructions or you're not talking to him before he goes out on the racetrack. So it's worth picking one. Picking no specific instructions isn't the same. That at least means that you've nothing specific to say to him. You're almost saying he knows what to do. He doesn't need to be told what to do, you know. But we'll say first run out, stay on the bike, don't throw it down the road. Especially when track evolution's so low, there's not a lot of grip on the racetrack. We would not want to pick qualifying hot lap, go for your best lap, because the risk of throwing it down the road, especially with no tyre knowledge of any green racetrack with no grip, and we're saying, you know, do a qualifying lap, disaster. So we'll go circuit knowledge, stay focused, medium tyres. This shows the levels he's at with each of these different settings, so we can see a circuit knowledge just over half what it needs to be really to be most efficient. So yeah, we'll pick that one. And then here, engine selection. So for the year, each rider gets 6 engines to use, including pre-season testing. You can see there it says on average 19-20 hours to be competitive. Anything any more than that, performance can drop off quite a bit. So keep an eye on engine health. We've used this engine already at the first 2 tests, and it's lost 5% or thereabouts. But I've not done anything like full 7-hour test sessions. So that's that one. So I'll pick this engine. We'll confirm we're happy with our settings. We've got tyres, we've got circuit knowledge, stay focused. We've got an engine chosen. So we'll confirm that, and that will be Hugo out on the racetrack. Similar job for Leon. Again, we'll pick medium tyres for his first run. All he's got to choose, we've only selected circuit knowledge, so we'll pick circuit knowledge. Again, stay focused. First run out on not very grippy racetrack. Again, we'll pick engine 1 for him, confirm the engine, send him out on the racetrack, go back to race view, and we're back on the racetrack. Racetrack information hasn't changed. I've just modified the way it looks a little bit. Test day 1, because it's only a 1-day test anyway now. The 2-hour session that we picked, we've got just under 2 hours left. We're in Portugal. We've got our split time indicators as before. What tyres everyone's on. Everyone's on hards, apart from our 2 guys. Looking at our medium tyres. There's our weather forecast. It's going to rain just before the session ends, so just get the full 2 hours before the weather turns, so that's good. We can follow our guys, same as before, click on View Rider 1, follow them around the racetrack, see what's getting on. So what I'll do, I'll call the guys into the pits, and we can look at how their stats have changed, and I can show you how it looks. Looking at it, so obviously I've not done the full distance because I just want to show you how it looks. So back in the pits, back to pit view, we can see his medium dry knowledge or dry tyres knowledge has increased quite a lot, so he's okay. Our XP circuit knowledge, we've only got 6 left to get, and we'll reach that target. The other 2 they will trickle along just through being out on the racetrack, but they're not the main focus. Leon's only got 3 to go, and he'll hit a circuit knowledge target, so that's good. For this run, let's put them out on hard tyres. We will go same for him because he's only got a bit to go, and he'll reach that one. Hugo, we'll put him out again on hard tyres. Let's go for class experience this time. So we can see one thing I did mention actually, on each of these options it says how long the run is. So in this case, these top 2, 5 laps, low risk. In other words, they won't be pushing very hard. They're not going for a fast lap time. They're just focusing on what we've asked them to focus on. So it's a 5-lap run. Overall bike setup is 3 laps. Slightly more risk because they're pushing the bike a little bit harder to see if the setup's right or not. So be careful picking that one if the track isn't at its optimum. or the time knowledge isn't great. Lap time consistency, important that riders are able to do very consistent times, not erratic times, certainly in a race. So that's focusing on that one. That's slightly longer. That's a 7-lap run, again low risk, and a qualifying hot lap. More when you're at a Grand Prix weekend for qualifying, it's 3 laps and it's a high risk focus. That one combined with that one is what we'd use in qualifying. There's absolutely no way he's doing that on hard tyres on a track that's not rubbered in yet. That's just going to be a disaster. He's going to be off the bike probably fairly quickly. So we will stick to his circuit knowledge, stay focused, hard tyres, and we'll send him out on the racetrack. Away he goes. So they're both back out on the track again. Run. So we can just see both the riders are both on their inner lap, so see how much their target, the stats have improved. Currently running 19th and 20th, so not particularly great time on the leaderboard, but we haven't been good at anything like just purely trying to focus on class experience and circuit knowledge. So back in the pits, so back to the bike setup screen. So you can see hard medium tyres now showing a bit more knowledge. He's hit his target of circuit knowledge. That's done, so that's good. With Leon, we have obviously achieved that before. Time knowledge has improved, so we'll see their best laps there as well. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and end the session early, just so I can show you the additional debrief screen before we go back to the back to our home screen. So we end the session. So you can see on this one, Hugo, he hit his circuit knowledge, so he gets a rider chief engineer feedback increased, so that increased synergy between those two. We didn't run the full session, so we didn't get his class experience or his bike setup done. Also, remember at the start of when we start this game up, our season target is to finish in the top 12. Clearly, both of our guys were outside the top 12, so that's just saying they need to improve their performance to achieve the expectation. Maybe if we'd done the whole session and we'd gone for a hot lap near the end, he might have gotten the top 12. Who knows? Again, with Leon, we had one target which he achieved quite easily, so he's happy with that, but again, was outside the top 12, so that wasn't great. We see on the final leaderboard, they end up 19th and 20th overall. That's the last test of the pre-season on that one. And this just says preview. On average, Hugo finished the testing 18th, with Leon an average of 14th position. Hugo's got a lot of work to do, as it says there, to get anywhere near the top 12. Pretty sure Leon would have been the top 12 had he ran the test to the end. So he's probably going to be our star rider for the season, I would imagine. Yeah, so that's the change to the event details, bike setup, and a few other bits and bobs. Hope you enjoy the video. As always, please give me a like on the video, leave your comments in the comments section. I always like to read through those. Subscribe to the channel. I'm obviously going to be doing a few more videos yet as development of the game carries on. It's getting there. There's a little bit more to do, but I'm quite happy with the way it's working out. In fact, very happy the way it's shaping up. So, yeah, see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.